Welcome back, guys. Season 2, Episode 9, Part 2. We're going to just jump right into the second part because our theme today for Episode 9 is matches, duels, whatever you want to call it, people facing off with each other.
Absolutely.
And so this one that we're going to hit on right now is huge, like as Trump would say, huge. And it's honestly probably world news at this point, and it's definitely blown up all over the U.S. right now. It's the Brittany Griner versus Victor Bout case.
Yeah.
It's the standoff.
Really?
The basketball player versus the merchant of death. I know, it just sounds like,
That's
what?
That's so wild.
It's like two different worlds.
Like, damn.
Yeah, I know.
Like, bro, death is in his name.
Death
like,
is, yeah.
Merchant of death. When you look this man up, death is in his name.
Yeah.
This man is dangerous. Just makes no sense.
So we're going to do a little bit of backstory on this before we get into our opinions, just so we get settled. Not that you all listening haven't heard this already.
Right.
But we're going to get into it and show you what's up. So what happened was over 11 months ago, 10 or 11 months ago, Brittany Griner was arrested and taken to prison in Russia for having THC cartridges. Weed, that good, that green.
Marijuana?
I believe she had 2 of them on her. So, people who smoke weed, 2 is not a lot at all. Nothing. But when you're in a foreign country, all bets are off. You have to play by their rules. I get it. Like, I went to Mexico just a couple months ago, but did I consider bringing stuff with me? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Did I end up bringing anything with me? No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what was going to go down there. I didn't want to be in a Mexican prison, and it's not worth it. You can take a couple days off. Plus, when you come back, it's better anyways.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the reward. So anyway, she was traded for Victor Bout.
And again, the Merchant of Death.
Yes, the Merchant of Death. He was originally arrested, I believe, in somewhere in Asia. I believe it was Thailand. He was there for 2 years. He got caught he was selling arms and he was trading air missiles, which caused the deaths of thousands of people because of him trading weapons.
Again, the Merchant of Death.
So I don't believe that he personally, he might have killed people. I don't know too many details, but I don't think he personally has gone and killed people.
He hasn't personally killed anybody, but he's been the main cause of why people are dead.
Right, he's the middleman.
Yeah,
he's the middleman.
Right.
And he's the one who's made all this possible for, I guess, Russia or whoever else he's been dealing with. And so we took, the DEA took him from Asia and brought him to the U.S. I believe it was 2009 he was here, and he's supposed to serve a 25-year sentence.
Jeez.
I believe he was going to get out in 2029, which the math on that does not add up. That would be 20 years instead of 25.
Yeah.
But he was released early, obviously, just yesterday, 2 days ago. And in December of 2022. So he got out 7 years early. 7 years early when he was, being the Merchant of Death versus a basketball player who was smuggling THC cartridges in a country where it's banned.
She should have just known better.
So the big deal here, guys, is there is a U.S. Marine who is still in Russia of the name of Paul Wellhand. He was detained. He was a Marine from 2003 to 2008. He was in the military for 5 years. And he was kicked out of the military for larceny. He was attempted to
stealing that money.
He was attempted to steal $10,000.
Which is crazy. Like, bro, if you're going to steal from the military, when you have, you should have stolen more. And I'm not trying to be but $10,000, bro?
Yeah.
And then what's weird is that don't you make that in the military? Or not 10,000, but don't you make half of that at least?
A year?
Well, not a year.
They make more than that.
Yeah, more than that. So you just got greedy.
I've seen that even just setting up a soldier's suit, including all their armor, all their weapons, all their communication devices, their whole setup is $34,000.
Right.
Just for one soldier.
Right.
So it just shows you okay, I get it. He got kicked out, maybe not arrested for that from the military for an attempt to steal 10 grand instead of actually stealing it. But that's not the reason why he was locked up in Russia. The reason he was locked up in Russia was on charges of espionage. So he was trying to spy. I don't know if this was like during his time in the U.S. military or right after, but he's been in there for a long time.
He's been in there for a total of 3 years and 11 months.
And he has a 16-year total sentence. Damn. So he's not even close to being done.
Right.
He's not even a fourth of the way there yet.
Right.
He's almost a fourth, but not quite.
Right.
So it gets a little tricky because earlier, I believe this year, there was another U.S. Marine who was, I believe, traded for somebody here in the U.S. His name was Trevor Reed. So Trevor Reed was on a 9-year sentence in Russia for assaulting a Russian police officer.
Yes.
So he was supposed to spend a 9-year sentence, but he came back early because he was having health issues. So I believe we traded somebody for him, and then obviously Paul was happy for Trevor getting to go home, but he was also like, "What the heck? Like these are just." He's saying that his espionage, it's false. Like he's being accused of something that he didn't do, and he wants to be released and go back home.
Right.
So having somebody who plays basketball. Even
that's only been in there for 10 months.
Only been there for 10 months. Who was supposed to serve a 9-year sentence,
right? Just
based on THC cartridges. I get it. Like the offense of THC is less than potential espionage towards the whole entire country. I get how that's less,
right?
But he's pissed. You know, he's been in there longer. He risked more. You know, being in the military with his job instead of her just going over there and bringing the carts with her.
Yeah. And
so honestly,
it just shows that we just have no respect for our military, man, and our women. Like that's
or just like ourselves as a country,
right?
Like
man, this makes us look so dumb,
so fucking stupid.
Like man, like and then I feel like to me that it would have made more sense to trade a criminal for a criminal, you know?
Right.
I mean, even if like Paul, was doing all that dumb shit. I mean. Like, he's been in there for 3 years, and you guys thought that Brittany Griner should have gone out first? She should have had more common sense.
Yeah, it feels like a political move. Like they're playing political chess.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Because Brittany, she's a female, she's black, lesbian,
right,
and plays the WNBA.
Yeah.
So it's like a social thing,
right? Like
it's to be like, hey, look what we're doing for these minority groups. Look what we're doing. But then in reality, it's like
they can give a rat's ass about it.
Like I get it. Like as somebody who smokes. And consumes THC, like, I get it. Like, oh, THC is not a big fucking deal. But it's also like, and I agree, like, it should be legal worldwide. Like, I'm totally on board with that.
Right.
But it's also like, I don't make the fucking rules. Like that's why I didn't bring anything to Mexico with me. It's like, I have to play by these rules, even if I think they're fucking stupid, because I don't know what these other countries are going to do to me. Or even my own country, what it's going to do to me. So it's this kind of thing where it's like she was being a dumbass, and we shouldn't like save her ass all because she's like minority, LGBT, professional basketball. Like we shouldn't save her fucking ass because of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I get it. Like good for her getting out, and obviously prison sucks. I'm not saying anybody should be there, but the other thing I want to bring up that I haven't heard anybody else talk about is think about all the people here in the fucking U.S. who are locked up for weed.
Exactly.
Like, I heard people, like, if you got caught back in the 80s with even just a single joint.
That's like 5 years.
And, no. And you were black, like a minority.
Oh, well, I mean,
it could be up to 25 years for a joint.
On some stupid shit.
For one single joint.
Right.
It's some fuck shit. It's really bullshit. And so I just think about how angry Paul is over in Russia. Then I think about all the people here on marijuana charges in the U.S., like how angry they are probably hearing this. They're like, so you're going out of your way to help somebody and give back the literal merchant of death rather than help me, who I've been in prison for 10 to 15 years.
Again, the merchant of death. Like
that name.
You think that was equal?
Yeah.
Like a freaking basketball player and a guy that has death in his damn name? Like, dude, okay. Like all throughout high school, my nickname was like Nate Breezy and like, like Nate Dogg, but this dude's nickname is literally Merchant of Death.
Yeah, mine was the Italian Stallion. So.
Like, dude, like, that's just crazy. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. Like, I get it, and honestly, hopefully, like, she never makes this mistake again, but like, that was like.
To me,
our country, man.
To me, it feels like this. A lot of like. So I know Republicans are hurting on votes just in general, and even like their own party is not like supporting them too much. And I think the left recognizes that Joe is a fucking loss because he's already losing it in the brain.
Yeah,
so
man, what they're trying to show now is like, okay, fuck Joe, but still
support the left because it's like, okay, we got another election coming up, you know, in like 2 years.
Right.
So we got to get prepared. We got to start getting these people on our side because, like, we know Joe's not going to be back in. But
definitely not.
But our next candidate, whoever's running for office, we got to give them all the support they can. So it's like the left trying to build the left just for the potential of the vote. Like that's what it feels like to me.
No, absolutely.
You know, because they're like, as long as the right doesn't win, it doesn't matter. And whatever, he was in the military, fuck him. It's just one guy, one white guy who's old. Yeah. Because Paul's like 50-something.
Jeez,
yeah,
man.
He's not a young guy. He's like 50. Yeah, he's got white hair, glasses.
Right.
So it's like, to me, it just feels like a political move for them to get hyped up about the left and like, you know, everybody's. I think minorities matter, LGBT matters, African Americans matter. It all matters. It's just like we're literally giving back somebody called the Merchant of Death.
Like, dude, death is in his name.
Like,
I can't stress this enough. Death, death. This man has caused thousands of people's death. Like, and we thought that was equivalent to a basketball player. Like, dude, that's just it's just like it just shows how dumb our country is. Or just how much they don't give a fuck. Yeah, they don't care.
Because I get it realistically, like, we have enough nukes, and a bunch of other countries, China, Russia, they have enough nukes. You know, I've heard that we have the ability to blow up the Earth 6.5 times over based on how many nukes we have. And so I get it, like, the potential for nuclear war and massive war just because this guy's coming back, it's small. Because no one wants to pull the trigger on that because we know that everybody's going to die at the end of the day.
Right.
But the potential for hurting villagers or foot soldiers or small populations of people just because this guy's back because of the trade, that has a potential to be increased. I mean,
yes.
Like, I played this song for Nate earlier, but when you play when you play like Call of Duty Modern Warfare and you're the Spetsnaz team and you have a victory,
right?
Like, they're playing that everywhere in Russia right now.
They are shouting in bars, they are yelling, bro. This man got literally topped as soon as he got back.
Yeah, they're like, forget the World Cup,
right?
You know, like,
we have Victor Death back. Yeah. Like, what the like, dude, imagine somebody came to you and was like, hello, my name is Victor Death. Like, that sounds so like
a big sorry.
That man sounds like a damn like superhero villain, bro. Like, what the hell?
Dude, I know you're saying that shit because he literally looks like a villain out of an 80s movie.
Right.
He's a white guy, thick fucking stash.
Hell nah.
He's got like a mean grimace to him. This
man looks like he fought Rocky.
Yeah, like, you know, you don't want to fuck with this guy, the Merchant of Death. I mean, that name alone is like you're watching the news and you're like, oh, Brittany got out. Okay, that's nice. And we traded him for the Merchant of Death. You're like, what? Like,
no, literally. Oh man. Yeah, and honestly, I am happy for her being back. She's back with her family, and that's the best thing. But like, it's just come on, like you should have thought better in that situation. You know, like,
yeah, 100%.
Obviously you're not in America where it's legal, and like other countries have different laws and they're way more stricter on that shit.
Yeah, I mean, even in our country, dude, it's only legal in 33 states,
right?
And some of those states are only medical only, not even recreational. Like, the recreational, I think, is around like 21 or 22 states, and including medical, it's 33 states total. So it's just over half the country is legal right now,
right?
You know, and I get it. Like, how it affects you is not that significant, and she was brought such a small amount in realistic time. But it's also like, this is not our country, and she took the risk. Mm-hmm. She knew the risk,
exactly,
and she got caught.
Exactly.
I don't care. You're in the WNBA. Right. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you're the most famous actor in the world. If you fuck up, you deserve to be in the prison for that time.
Right. And honestly, I don't feel bad. Nor should we feel bad. You know?
No, I mean, I get it. Like, it sucks, especially being in Russia where it gets freezing cold.
The prison's probably
it's sketchy. You know, the prison is really rough. I get it. I mean, no prison's nice,
right?
But like, I get it. Like how much stress that must cause, and all like I get it. And like, you know, I'm not saying that I would be like, yeah, I'm in prison. It's fine. Like, no, fuck no. But like, it just. The equivalency here, something is off.
It's just not right.
It's just
like basketball player, death. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I shoot hoops. I shoot missiles.
I shoot people for a living.
Yeah, it's like, it's just really sad, you know. So I really hope that like Paul can like hopefully get let go of these espionage charges and come home. Brittany. good luck with the public criticism coming your way.
Welcome back.
You know, I don't think anyone's gonna attack her.
No.
Because she didn't like necessarily like. You know, I get it. It's also out of her control.
Right.
So I don't think she's gonna get like physically attacked, but she is gonna get berated online
For sure.
socially. Like
there will be some gung ho, patriotic people that are gonna feel very, very, very mad about this.
Oh yeah, I'm just ready for all the funny videos that are
And there's,
gonna come out.
people now. I mean, there's memes. There's already like jokes.
There's
already,
memes.
so...
I've already seen like 6 different videos. Like people work fast.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
trying to get in front of it. You know. I mean, we're making a
waiting for
goddamn
this.
episode on
Right.
it. Right? You know, like
literally, yeah.
But this is one we just had to touch on. Perfect for our celebrity death match. Brittany versus Victor. Who's gonna win?
Right.
I think Victor's gonna be the Victor. Bingo.
We can roll dice on that.
I stole your line. Oh yeah, dude. Let's roll dice on it.
Let's roll dice.
Here.
All right.
You roll yours. I'll roll mine. I'll be Victor since I'm white.
Oh wow. No, I'm just kidding. All right, cool. I'm Brittany Griner.
Okay, 3.
Hold up.
Oh, the Russian.
All right, ready? 1.
Okay, yeah.
2, 3.
I win!
No! Victor Death has won!
I got 4, like 5 times.
Dude, I know.
I gotta go play the lottery.
Dude. And you know what's weird is that I've been seeing 444 everywhere. So I think that's a good sign.
If you're 555, I'm 666.
Hey.
That's a Slipknot song.
You're a demon.
Well, anyways, folks, this has just been the most wild case. Like,
we have seen in a while.
We've seen in a while. I mean, people are going to be talking about this for the next couple weeks until the new year, no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe it myself.
Yeah.
I can't believe, like, I don't know. It's just embarrassing.
It is.
Like,
it is. As a country, like, this is super embarrassing. And
like,
I don't think people are going to take us seriously.
Right.
You know, because I feel like we've had other situations that have kind of like made us look dumb, but this one right here is just like, man, like we literally let an arms dealer go free for Brittany Griner.
Yeah, and I understand what she did was very insignificant.
Right.
And I understand that she obeyed and was her behavior was fine the whole time.
Right, and she complied and she did everything right.
Just, why would we give him back? Like,
right. And I can't emphasize this enough, guys. This man has death in his name, man.
Like, he sounds like a Marvel character.
Yeah,
like a Marvel villain.
Dude, he like, honestly, he sounds like he fights like freaking like the Black Panther or something.
You could see it in the spotlight. Spider-Man versus
Victor Death.
The Merchant of Death.
The Merchant of Death. Like, bro, what? It's just, we need to do better.
We need to do better. It's
we need
crazy.
to do better. So.
You know, this is blowing our minds.
Right. And I'm all for her getting home, being her with her family, because that's great. We love you. But come on, you should have handled that situation a lot better.
And I don't want to get this tripped up. We're not mad at Brittany.
No.
We're mad at like Biden and the whole administration.
Right.
You know, like Brittany, like, is just a pawn in this factor.
Right.
Like, yes, we do think she fucked up, but it's also like not her reasoning to stay or leave.
Right.
That's completely out of her control.
Absolutely.
So it's just a little sticky.
And I mean, honestly, I feel like that eventually, if they, they couldn't have gotten, or they could have traded another person for Brittany Griner.
They could have.
So it just depends on both sides and if they were able to meet in the middle and find something. And I think they could have got it done.
But here's the other part of it, though, too. Like, I think because, social media news travels so fast, Russia probably picked up on, like, socially, everybody's, what's going on with Brittany? We got to worry about Brittany.
So we're going to use this to our advantage.
And be like, no, we'll only take Victor back for Brittany, and that's it.
We want death.
We won't take back any other lower level, like,
guy.
Russian military, like, male or female that you guys have captive here in the U.S.
Right.
It's got to be Victor.
Yeah. We want that guy.
So
it's like the fucking draft. Oh man, it's just wild, man.
Starting Russia.
Starting point guard for Russia.
Victor Bout.
It's just like, man, what the hell? But yeah.
Oh, South Park's gonna have a day with that.
Oh, South Park, Family Guy.
They're SNL.
Maybe The Simpsons.
No.
No. They're time travelers though.
Yeah. That's true.
I mean, Simpsons have predicted a number of things.
Yeah, it's nuts.
On their TV show. Right, dude? It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Matt Gregoring is a fucking time traveler.
Yeah.
I am convinced that man is a time traveler.
Yeah, it's nuts.
For sure.
Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in today.
As always,
our first ever 2-part episode. We had a lot of fun with this one. The theme just went chef's kiss across the board.
chef's kiss.
So, like we always say, guys, we want you to reach out to that 988 if you're struggling. It's almost the end of the year. A lot of people have trouble the next couple months because we got Christmas, New Year's, and Valentine's Day right around the corner.
So the holidays can be very depressing if you're lonely and you don't have anybody to kind of be there for you or talk to. So
exactly, the loneliness really starts to set in. So we got to make sure that we get calling and get on that.